Okay, so they say if you're claustrophobic, you don't want to take part in this, and at least from the get-go here, I can see why. This little capsule is small.
It is very small, but it has nice airflow, so it should be good if you are okay with small spaces.
All right, welcome to this week's episode of Luv Subbin. And we figured what better way to start our trip west than
the Gateway Arch at St. Louis.
So we're going to tour this arch. We've never done it before. We really am looking forward to it. And yeah, so over the next couple of weeks or so, we're going to be doing and recreating the Route 66 from St. Louis to Amarillo.
As much as we can, because some of the routes doesn't exist anymore, but we're going to find some iconic sites, hopefully, along the way.
Because you know one of the things that we love about our channel is Americana.
Absolutely.
So let's
go explore the Gateway Arch.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Before we get to St. Louis, let's take a quick look at how we got there.
We left Cherry Hill Park from Washington, D.C. and arrived at a state park in Ohio, passing through the Cumberland Gap.
From the state park in Ohio, we hit the Terraport in Jackson Center, which is the Airstream factory.
And this was because we had no reservations over Memorial Day weekend, so we stayed a couple days there.
And then it was on to Indiana. All right, well, good morning. We are at a quick one-day stopover at Babler State Park, which is a Vigo County park. It's a county campground, and right south of Terre Haute, Indiana. And we just booked it a few days ago, and you can see it's beautiful. We're right on the water. The campground reviews, as you can see here, it said lots of homeless people. I'm like, what kind of campground review says lots of homeless people? But yeah, it's not too bad at all. It's a really local place, and they say sometimes during the weekends, some of the families, a lot of them tenters, come together at this place, and they occasionally get into big fights, and I guess that's why. But it's a beautiful campground, beautiful morning. As we wake up here, it's a little tight getting in, but yeah, we're gonna head off to Missouri. You can see our Starlink hookup here. Speeds are pretty slow. It was like a 36 or so megabyte per second download and like 9.1 upload, so it's pretty slow. I don't know if that's the minor obstructions, but you can kind of get it. This is the first time we've really had some with the trees in the area, so yeah, we're gonna check that out. It's 50 amp service, no water, kind of go from there. Off to Missouri.
So we're gonna pass under this overpass, and we're gonna see something a little iconic.
There you go, our first sighting of the gateway to the west.
There it is. So it's besides the arch, which is the gateway to the west, there's another gateway or a waterway to the west, and that is the Mississippi River.
Keep left to I-64 west.
Look at two iconic views.
So we're here at Babler Memorial State Park in Wildwood, Missouri, just outside of St. Louis. And I want to give you a pro tip for booking campsites at a Missouri state park. When you're trying to book a campsite for May 30th, do not book that campsite for June 6th, because somebody will be in your site and you won't be able to get it.
Right.
So yeah, I don't know what happened. I must have missed the mouse, clicked something wrong. But yeah, we showed up and they're like, you're not supposed to be here till June 6th.
We were like, what?
Thankfully they had some extra sites and we were able to get here. Had to do some shuffling around.
Plus we had to shorten our stay a little bit, but that's all right.
But we lengthened our stay at Stockton, our next state park.
Which is going to be cool because it's near Route 66.
Yes. So this is our second Missouri state park, and we love Missouri state parks. And the first one was Pershing State Park, which you can see up here when we were doing the Walt Disney Hometown
Of Marceline
video. But the Missouri state parks are spectacular. And actually, we had a tree-covered site, and when I screwed up, we were able to get an open site, and open site, and get our Starlink so that we could upload this week's video, which was our Heading South video, where we went to Pottsville, Pennsylvania, and the Cheerwine Festival.
Right, and if we had to go find internet for that, I would have basically...
Yeah, because we actually towed and had to upload. We did Starlink, bingo, 114 MPS download, and 13 MPS upload.
That's more than sufficient. It's slowish, but you know what? It got the job done in an hour and a half.
It got the job done. We were super psyched. So you can see here, the pad here, nice little fire pit.
Race fire pit.
Great.
That's
yep.
nice.
Beautiful big pad. You can see how open this site is.
That's our next neighbor, way over there. That's good.
Yeah, and big open.
Nice field.
You can see the site here that we were supposed to be at, and that's why we were psyched. Actually, it was actually a fortunate mistake because we were able to do that. So, picnic table out of the way, super level. It's 50 amp service here. No water. You've got to get the water at the water spigot, which is not a big deal. We find that a lot in the Midwest, but yeah. So
just 50 amp, not.
No 30 amp, so we've got the adapter on the autoformer.
Okay, so no. What about
water
20?
Was a little high on the PP. It was 494.
That's a little high.
On the total dissolved solids, but again, 650 is the limit. So, and we're not boosting, so with 50 amp service.
So no 20 amp if you're tenting.
Yeah, there is 20 amp. Yeah,
okay.
There's no 30 amp.
Okay, so 50 and 20.
20 amp.
Yeah.
So again, this is right to the west of St. Louis, and
it was what, maybe a 30 to 40 minute time period to get into.
Yeah, I think it was like 27 miles into the arch.
Yeah.
All right, so we're headed from our campground, Babler State Park, to the St. Louis Arch National Park.
Yes.
And we've discovered that they have no on-site parking for the national park. So our options was either stadium parking, which has a height limitation of 6'8". We had to look that up.
Yeah, we're 6'6", so that to me is
dicey.
So that would be a last resort kind of
well,
thing.
I'm not even sure that is a resort. Just because any shift minorly,
just hanging down. Or
yes, is going to be not an option. So they said they had on-street parking, first come, first serve, with a paid meter. So we're going to give that a try. But just a consideration if you are interested in touring the National Monument, that larger vehicles are not as easy to find parking, and we'll just see how easy it is for us to find parking today. Found parking.
Yep.
And it's actually an open parking lot near the stadium.
Yeah, the one that they recommend is just a block down, so we're not that far from what the National Park Service recommends. We're open.
And we have another vehicle that looks more interesting than us.
Yeah.
Next to us, so.
Whatever.
So it'll be good. All right, we talked earlier about the fact that they don't have any on-site parking here, but we did manage to find an open parking lot at Spruce and 4th Street that you can pay with your phone, and it was super easy, and it was just a block further than the recommended parking garage. So
yeah, so it worked out really good.
That was a very good option.
The thing is, it's out in the open, so if you have a tall vehicle, the parking garage they recommended was 6'8". Mm-hmm. Our truck is 6'6". We just put new tires on, so you know. Yeah. This worked out perfectly.
It did. So let's go see the arch. Thanks. It's a combination elevator, Ferris wheel, and escalator.
What do you think of the arch beams up top?
It's really cool, and what's neat is the floor is actually arched, so
yeah,
that really gives you the feeling that you're on top.
Yeah, and unlike when we went to the Freedom Tower, it is a gorgeous day, so we can see forever. Mm-hmm. They say you can see 30 miles either direction. Mm-hmm.
So we can see the Mississippi River, and on the other side we can see the old courthouse. So it's
and I'm still
cool.
feeling that irrational fear that the thing's going to fall over, which it's been around since late 60s.
68
so
or something like that.
Good.
I think we're pretty safe.
Yeah, it says it'll sway up to 18 inches in 150 mile an hour wind, and it's designed to withstand lightning and all kinds of other stuff.
Yeah, should be good.
You can see the truck. Here's our parking lot. Here's our parking lot.
So the tickets cost $17 per adult, but we saved $3 each with our America's Beautiful Pass. So that was a good deal. We're already saving money with that thing. So the tram car literally sits 5 people, and it's pretty small, and this is exactly the size it was. You gotta watch your head, and it helps to be on the smaller side.
Yeah, and it moves, it swivels, it's kind of fun, but
Yeah.
it is smaller than what I thought.
We had 5 people going down. We had 4 people going up. We had a park service person coming down with us, and she gave us some interesting facts about the whole elevator experience. So that was interesting. So this is a really fast review of the toasted ravioli, which is a specialty of St. Louis, and it was actually allegedly invented here. So they say that he mistakenly put it into a pot of oil instead of water, and thus an iconic St. Louis favorite was made.
Yeah, and the dude who was the first person to taste it was Joe Garagiolo's brother. How cool is that?
So we're gonna give this a try, see how it is. Very good.
Is that?
Nice and crisp on the outside. We got the meat ravioli, so it should be really good.
Yeah, we're here at Mama's on the Hill, which is the Little Italy of St. Louis.
So in final analysis, these are little meat raviolis tossed in a seasoned flour and then fried. So they're really good.
Maybe you can try to replicate it.
Yeah, I may try to replicate it with my air fryer in the stream. We'll see.
All right, well that was good, huh? The toasted ravioli,
oh,
a St. Louis kind of
specialty local
specialty
local foods.
at the place where it was invented.
Absolutely, or allegedly invented. But we're going to take a little urban hike here, about 700 feet, down to an Italian grocery store and see what we can find.
Yeah, when you're in Little Italy, you need to hit the Italian grocery stores.
Yeah, this is the hill portion of St. Louis, and it is considered a little Italian. It's considered a little Italian district
with kind of rough sidewalks.
Yeah, so we're gonna.
Yeah, although it's pretty cool because even the crossways here are done in the colors of Italy.
Yeah. We are at this Italian grocery store, and they have all the ravioli that you could wish, and some is pre-breaded as well so that you can toast it. So I'm excited. I'm going to find something and bring it back to the Airstream.
Try and see if we can't replicate some good stuff.
Absolutely.
Okay, see, what was your haul from the grocery store?
We had a lot of fun walking around and just seeing everything in there. It was a really neat experience because it reminded me of Italy when we were in New York City.
Yeah, kind of a smaller version.
But they had some fresh pasta, and so I got some breaded beef ravioli, and I also got some spinach and artichoke breaded ravioli. So we're going to try this tonight with the air fryer and see if I can replicate what we had for lunch today.
Ah, awesome.
And we got some Hill beer.
So what's cool about the Hill beer is it's from what? Fallon Brewery there? But it's a Kolsch style beer. And Kolsch beers are perhaps my favorite summer beer. So from the Köln region of Germany, that's where you get the Kolsch. So they're delicious.
We got some pasta. These are like little bird nests, and I like these little bird nest pastas. They actually had some 5-pound wraps of homemade or shop-made spaghetti that were like this big by...
Yeah, like a log of spaghetti.
It was like a log of spaghetti. They had all the different types of pasta. It was amazing. That was a little bit too big for the sub. And I ended up with some red pepper sauce, because that could always be used on a pizza or whatever. Yeah. And finally, if you're going to have an Italian night,
you know, and
you got to do a bottle of Chianti in a basket.
It's Sangiovese, actually.
Okay.
But, you know, a lot of wine connoisseurs are going to be like, oh, I just somehow felt wine in a basket suited tonight. You know, Cynthia and I have had the opportunity to taste some super expensive, high quality wines.
Screaming Eagle.
Yeah, there was a wine. Yeah, Screaming Eagle. I'll put the price of a bottle of Screaming Eagle down here.
Pride.
Pride Mountain, Insignia from Phelps.
Absolutely.
But every now and then you just need something to match the occasion, and wine in a basket just going to match tonight.
It should be fun.
All right, we'll go ahead and take a look at the dinner once she puts it together.
Absolutely. So I'm going to set my air fry for 360 for 5 minutes. So temperature 360 time. We're going to start for 5 minutes, and we're just going to get it going. Notice that you can't run your air conditioner and your air fryer at the same time. Too much amperage.
Yep.
So.
Maybe you can, we just haven't tried it.
Yep. I would suspect not, though. I think you're going to blow a fuse. But we're just going to let this heat up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray the tray with Pam, and then I'm going to put half of these little raviolis in, and I'm going to spray them with Pam, and we'll see how they do. So it should be fun. And before I close it up, I'm just going to spray top with some Pam. We'll see how it goes.
All right, so it ended.
Yes, but I added 3 extra minutes to the ravioli.
Ooh.
And I also did not flip the ravioli while it was cooking. And so
you shouldn't need to an air fryer, I wouldn't think.
Well, I wanted to see how crispy I could get it, so I think that will do the trick, right? Not as perfectly done as the Mama's on the Hill restaurant, but then again, they were using oil as opposed to an air fryer, but this is not bad.
Not bad. All right, see how it turned out.
All right, so we have our toasted ravioli, and we have our pasta from the grocery store, and so we're gonna give one of these a try and see how they turned out. Just in the sauce. Mmm. Nice and crunchy.
Excellent.
I think not bad.
Not bad, done in the air fryer. I bet they didn't do it in the air fryer in the restaurant.
No, they didn't, but this is a very good option if you need to do it in your air fryer.
How's our basket wine? Compliment it.
Well, let's taste it with the toasted ravioli. Not bad.
Not bad, huh? That basket wine works.
A very good compliment to the toasted ravioli and our marinara sauce. So I think this will be a good dinner.
All right, we got the olives. Should be pretty good.
Should be awesome. Stay tuned to next week as we have the Clean Tank people come out and give the Luv Sub an enema.
So if you like this video,
Give us a big thumbs up
and if you think you've earned a subscription, click to subscribe.
and comment below if you've been to St. Louis and what your favorite part to see was.
Because we come out with RV and Airstream related videos just like this one every Tuesday.
Thanks for watching.